Hello everybody, it's Caro who missed me. I just made one video, just one live, and I realized I was talking to myself because I was on private. So I stopped it and I decided to do it once again. So how are you all doing? It's been a while. It's been a while. As you might have noticed, I have not been here for a while because of some different stuff that was going on in my life. I have been on a course, I've been doing different stuff. Now, I want to talk about fear. There is something that is a conversation that I just had with a friend. And we're talking about fear. We're talking about situation where you feel like someone is bad to you, like someone is, doing some stuff to you, and how dangerous it can be sometimes to have people that you trust around and that you love, and when you are betrayed or something happens, and then how it hurts. And well, I know from my experience, basically, it gives a lot of fear, right? Hi, who is there? Hi, Mohammed. Hi, Hayek. How are you doing? How are you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. How is Egypt? Are you in Egypt right now? Hi. Are you in Egypt right now? Talk to me. I miss you so much, guys. I haven't been in Egypt for so long. It's been what, 10 years almost? Oh no, it's more than 10 years since I've been to Egypt. Oh, Cindy's here. Shadi, hi. Oh, Shadi, hi. How are you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. It's been a while as well. Unexpected guest on my profile. Let's talk about fear then. Should I wait for other people? Should I talk? Give me thumbs up. Tell me, should I talk or should I wait for other people? Anyway, so I just had a real chat with my friend about fear, and about aggression as well. When you get disappointed. Right now, we are in. Yesterday was a mental health day. Hi, Shadi. Hi. Hi, Hayek. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I'm without my glasses, so I'm not going to read very well, but looking gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. Trying. So yeah, anyway, so we are having a mental health week here in the UK. I don't know if it's international, but there's a lot of things. There are a lot of people talking about mental health, about depression, about suicide, especially within Black communities and especially within men, within men. Between men and between Black communities, and how important it is for men to talk about their fears and their feelings, and if they don't feel well. And a lot of men, they are being expected to keep it quiet, especially within mixed race or Black community. I don't really know where it come from, but I had this really long chat with my friend who's tapping into that industry at the moment, and we spoke about stuff. We spoke about fear. We spoke about different things, and how sometimes fear can lead to situations and to reactions that you as a human being cannot really control consciously, because fear, remember guys, fear is one of the oldest instincts that we have as a human beings. We are animals, right? So this is one of the instincts that has been given to us, is in our brain, the old ancient mechanism that is our brain, because our brain has been developed very long time ago. So it's an ancient mechanism. So if you're gonna think about it, if you think about the analogy of computer, right? If you have a computer and it's not working very well, you cannot, you have different parts of the computer and everything else, and everything is slow, right? But then if you're gonna buy a Mac, for example, and try to insert that old mechanism of old computer, that regardless if it's Mac or not, it's still not gonna work in the way that it should. It's not gonna be as modern. So anyway, so our brains have been developed really, really long time ago. So fear is one of the mechanisms that is stayed with us since long time. And what fear does is basically is like a defense mechanism. That's why a lot of times when someone is under lots of pressure, and a chemical imbalance, bad things can happen. So fear can lead to aggression, and fear can lead to suicide. Fear can lead to many heavy topics. And sorry guys if you don't want to hear about it now, but I think this is a really important topic to talk about, not only because of the mental health week, but but in general, I think it is very important for men, especially, to talk about their fears and their emotions and what is bothering them. If they feel a little bit, if they feel depressed, to not try to hide behind, the mask of, yeah, I'm a man and I can't talk about it because I'm a man and everything else. It's not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. And by keeping all the fears and all the negative emotions and negative disempowering beliefs within you, you are creating that monster. You are creating that something, an internal representation of yourself who is not really that is not really true. Remember, what you think is not necessarily true. What you create with your thoughts, it's not necessarily true. We all have our own representations of our reality. So that is also why it is so important to talk about feelings, talk about fears, talk about what is bothering you, talk about, yes, saying that I'm not good enough. Yes, you believe if you're not good enough, you need to say it, you need to address it in some way. So today I was working with my client. We still have 9 days to go. And, I found a very interesting shift in me after the NLP add-on to my coaching. And I started to see very clearly the patterns within his behavior, my client's behavior as well. So what we did a very simple technique today, which is called parts integration, not parts integration, it's called, so basically, you take a disempowering belief that is disempowering you, which is, for example, I am not good enough, or I don't love myself, or I don't think that I deserve, or any of these kind of disempowering beliefs that lead to all the other beliefs that you have around yourself. So you take one of them, you elicit all the submodalities, so all the elements of that belief, and then you do the same with with two other beliefs, and then the third belief is going to be the belief that is super empowering and is the opposite to the old disempowering belief. So we did that mapping across exercise, and as a result, he basically walked out as a different man. It was really simple. It took only 15 minutes. It was, it's not really invasive, but it works on the unconscious. It works on, by eliciting the submodalities of the feeling, of the belief that is not serving you. I can change the internal representation of the world, basically. So if you believe that you're not good enough because of some external things that you heard or someone else told you, or some kind of different situations in your life, it can stay forever, and you can believe that this is true. But I can actually shift that into believing that you are absolutely smashingly amazing, you deserve love, everyone loves, this kind of stuff. So I can change that and change the disempowering belief to the empowering belief. So this is what we did. And after this long chat with my friend today, it's funny because he's tapping into, as I said, he's tapping into that depression amongst men, amongst black men here in the UK. And I really believe that he's gonna make a lot of change. But this, after during our conversation, something else came up from my private life. It's been already a while. I'm gonna share that. It's not really easy, but I'm gonna share that with you without putting too much details into it. Hi, who is that? Don't see anything. I don't have my glasses. But hi. just say hi. Write down. You know what, guys? Write down what you need to say. If you have any questions, or if you have any, digressions or comments or anything, just write down. I promise I'm going to answer them. I promise I'm going to address them after the video. I just want to put out there what I need to say. There's not so much time because I have another call later on, but I just want to put it out there. I just want to make it a universal video. I want you to comment. I want you to share, especially if you are a man. If you have something to say, I would love hearing from you. What do you think? Am I making sense? And then I promise I'm going to address all the comments, and we can chat offline as well. So anyway, so what I was saying, so something came up from past, and I'm going to share it with you without really putting into much details, but a very, very kind of traumatic experience from my past came up today in my mind, because I was just thinking about this mental health and depression and traumas and fears and aggression and everything else. And I realized that in my life I have been really, really close to the feeling of fear. fear that that paralyzed me at some point, and that was not self-inflicted. That was inflicted by someone else. But I lived in that fear without realizing. I realized it just now when I came to UK in 2012. I realized it slowly by being in the UK. Um, oh, JT Fox is online. How are you doing? Good to see you. You know what, JT? I'm talking about mental health and depression amongst men, and how important it is to be very vulnerable, how important it is to to talk about your fears, to talk about truth, to talk about what you're fearing. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to create this internal representation of I'm not good enough, I cannot be loved, or whatever shit that we have in our head. So that's just a simple thing that I was saying to guys. I don't have my glasses, so I'm not going to see what you're writing. But if you have any comments, if you want to add anything to it, please feel free to share. Please feel free to comment. I promise I'm going to address that later on after I have my glasses. I have literally 15 minutes before my next call. I just wanted to share that. So anyway, so I was talking about my experience from the past without going into details. So as I said, the fear was not self-inflicted. The fear was coming from outside, that was given or pushed on me by someone else. And without realizing that I lived in that fear, for quite a while, for 3 years. I realized it just when I came to UK, and also not at the very beginning. It was a journey, has been a journey. I'm coming to conclusions right now, but just that thought that I had with when I was talking to my friend just now about the fear, about aggression, and how easily fear, as a very basic kind of self-protection mechanism, can lead to aggression, and how easily someone can hurt physically someone else. So I was just thinking about that, and I wanted to make this video an appeal for you guys to share, and to not be afraid to be honest with yourself, but also honest with other people. If you have something to say, if something bothers you, the worst thing you can do is keep it for yourself. There are people who care. There are people who want to see good in you. There are people who see how amazing you are. And there are people who actually, who can relate to your situation as well. There are also plenty of people who have been through the situations and can help you with the advice or mentoring or any kind of sort of things, that you need to go through. But first of all, let yourself express the feelings that you have, the fears that you have, the truth that you have inside of you, inside of your heart. All of these fears that you have, especially men. Men, don't play hard. Don't be like, I'm a man, I have to show myself, da da da. Don't be like this. This is ridiculous. As I said, this client this morning, I saw so much potential in him. I did very, very easy exercise of eliciting submodalities of the disempowering belief, shifted to the amazingly empowering belief. He's a new man. Tomorrow we're going to be working on his addictions. Addictions are also something that guys, you don't realize, but this is also related with feelings of feeling not good enough, or feelings of not having connection, wanting to reach out, not having love, not feeling that you are loved enough, and all of this comes with from beliefs, and beliefs are the internal representations of what you're thinking. And if your thoughts are disempowered by the emotion that you cannot express, then the results can be catastrophic or not, depending if you have a great support system around you. So that was a very, very small appeal. I hope that it was useful for you guys. Shadi, Hayek, JT, someone else, Laura Evans is in the house. How you doing, girl? How you doing? I was just talking about today. I was talking to you about this client of mine yesterday, and thank you so much for the mentoring, for the advice that you gave me around it. I did a few exercises on him. Hi. And who else? Hayek, yes. And I was just talking about, how it worked on him, and how important it is to talk about fears, truth, and everything else. You, man, woman, kids, whatever, elephants. I'm being silly right now. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what gender, how old are you. You have to express yourself, because feelings are, that's an integral part of who we are, isn't it? What you saying, Laura? I see nothing. You know me. No glasses. Anyhow, what I wanted to say, guys, one of the techniques, one of the tools that you can use after expressing what you need to express, one of the tools that work very, very, very well is the NLP. And if you want to taste it, if you want to see how it works, I will be more than happy and privileged to serve you. I have sometime next week. We can still catch up this week or the week after. I'll be more than happy to work with you and see that change that that not many of you can see at the moment. I know my public, I know my audience, and I know that there are lots of guys who are quiet, but I have conversations with them, offline, and lots of my friends I know on Facebook, and in real life they will see that video and it will resonate. So I hope that was useful for you too. And on that note, I'm gonna go right now to have my phone call with my awesome American client, and I'm leaving you with the good thoughts. Remember, stay real, keep on shining. You are the bomb.com. Stay blessed, people. I love you so much. I'll speak to you later. Hope you're not gonna miss me so much, because I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back. Laura, you gave me. I will be back with 4 videos, guys. I'm not gonna say what it's gonna about, but Laura gave me she challenged me. There will be 4 videos coming up. I'm not gonna say much. Stay tuned and you're gonna know what it is. Also, guys, just in case, if you haven't been on my website, I'm working on it. Yeah, Laura, you know what I'm talking about. Also, if you've not been on my website, on my Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter, make sure to follow me there. I have a lot to share. I have a lot of content coming up. I'm working on my podcast right now. We are starting the company. We are starting the label. We are working on music. There's going to be some great musicians in the house coming up. Do you remember Ricardo? Ricardo is coming into house tomorrow. There's going to be more people. We are going to leap. We are going to have amazing things going on very, very soon. So make sure to tune in, follow up. And there are more people coming in. People, I'm going right now. I have to go. I have 5 minutes literally to a call, and I can't be late. It's my very important client. So boom, stay blessed, keep on shining. I love you lots. Mwah. Speak to you later. Bye.